Make it the exact same thing as Ludwig's Reddit recap. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's Anime Friday. It's Anime Friday. Woo!
It's time for the Reddit recap.
Anime Friday.
So go and join our /Ludwig.
Call me Carson. Okay, welcome to Anime Friday, everybody. Again, I am still waking up, but I'm glad you guys all came here today. If you're interested in anime, every single Friday, I'm gonna be talking about anime, doing a different thing each week. This week, I'm going through my anime list. Rip off Ludwig. No, dude, it's my own thing. I'm doing Anime Friday. Just because I used his Reddit recap song doesn't mean anything, okay? But yeah, I'm just gonna be going through my anime list for anyone interested. Going through like what scores I gave things, just everything I've seen. We got an Annie list account with a session that's apparently expired that won't refresh. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I think I'll just go through what I've completed first, and then just talk about everything. Nice hat, thank you. It's my pool hall hat. This is my favorite hat. And it's because it's pool hall, and it looks good. Actually, I'll just go through watching first. So this is what I'm watching this season. I'm watching Girlfriend, My Hero, My Next Life as a Villainess, Remake Our Life, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and The Detective Is Already Dead. And this is bad. This is funny. This is okay. This is weird. This is good. And this is okay. That is my takes. What you're gonna notice is there is a lot of let's see, genres. So my all-time like favorite genre apparently is drama, and then right behind that is action, and then romance, which I guess makes sense. I've always thought to myself that I'm like a big rom-com guy. I just enjoy romance anime, but I'm not sure how true that is. Based off of this, it seems like it's more just drama with romance or action mixed in. But then I also have a lot of comedy apparently. I think this site also just takes a bunch of different possible genres from shows and then it just clumps them together. But yeah, this is my Annie List account. I started using Annie List like beginning of this year. Yeah, Astro's airing right now. The only one that's like really good right now seems to be Slime Isekai. Everything else kind of, you're gonna notice a theme of a lot of stuff I watch being not very good. There's just a lot of there's a lot of really bad shows that I really love to watch, like how I talked about SAO last week. I just really enjoy anime in general, and watching a lot of shows. I can recognize that things are bad, while also enjoying the heck out of them, in an unironic way. I have not watched Dragon Maid, but the OP slaps. I see some people talking about Dragon Maid in chat. Yeah, I've never watched Dragon Maid because it just doesn't really. I don't think it really would appeal to me. You see a lot of ecchi. What the fuck do you mean ecchi? No, I don't have ecchi. What the fuck? Where? Nine, and it's not even like actual ecchi. What are you talking about, dog? Okay, that one is. No, that one is. But then the Astra Score, that shit's just bad, but it's not edgy. This one, this one's weird. This one's bad. Uh, but then these Mushoku Tensei, is that edgy? I don't know. Gleipnir is kind of edgy, actually. You make a good point. No Game No Life is a weird ass show, by the way. Yes, very. I don't remember. Apparently it's very edgy. Um, let's see. But yeah, so as for what's airing right now, I'll just go down the list and give my take on each one. Girlfriend. If anyone here is watching it, it's just a kind of a fun little comedy anime. And I've been enjoying it more than I expected to. I expected it to kind of be trash, but then I started keeping up with it. Which this is one of those shows that I was like, I don't even know if I'll stick with this one. Because it could just be so trash that I don't even want to watch it. But then it was funny because of its ridiculousness. And anyone that's watching it right now kind of knows what I'm talking about. Basically, it's a dude that is dating two girls in a completely earnest fashion, and it just makes a lot of hijinks. A lot of hijinks ensue. It's a fun little anime. It's not done yet, so I don't really have a score for it yet, but it's enjoyable. My Hero Academia, we'll talk about My Hero Academia here in a couple. This one, I just kind of started watching My Next Life as a Villainous as like a thing to just relax to, because it's a very relaxing show. There's really not much going on in that show, and it's great for that. It's really good to just turn off your brain to. And then Remake Our Life was like at the beginning of the season, I had it up like right here, and then as the season's been going on, it's just been dropping, because it's just it's one of these shows that feels like it could be doing more and better, and instead they're focusing on like harem stuff, whereas the actual concept of the show is way cooler, because this guy gets sent back 10 years to redo college, and remake his life. Ding 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 ding.
It's time for the red.
But it's interesting. It's just it leans too heavily on the girls in the show, as can be evidenced by this cover art, where the three main girls are the focus of the cover art. Slimy Sky is just solid. It's just been solid all the way through. I think the only kind of rough patch was the beginning of season 2, because it was just, there's some really slow parts of Slime Isekai that give you time to adjust the characters. I do watch Ledwood's podcast, The Yard. I actually, fun fact, I actually sit down and watch The Yard. It's the only podcast I can sit down and watch. They do a really good job. I love The Yard. Actually, that's not true. I can sit down and watch Trash Taste sometimes. But The Yard has been one that they know how to make me laugh. What was I saying? Oh, Slimy Isekai is slow because it gives you time to get used to the characters, and build a world, and then it builds up to these bigger scenes. But it's over the course of the show, it's it almost has felt like it's changed genres multiple times, and it's just a really fun one. And then this one is just garbage. This show is so bad. The Detective Is Already Dead is so bad. Every episode is another, like, I hit a wall and I'm just like, what? Why would that be how this story goes? This doesn't make any sense. None of the show makes any sense. They tell you that the main girl is dead at the end of the first episode, then do 3 episodes with a different girl, and then go back in time for like the next 6. And then show the detective girl dying. And they're like, yeah, that's the story now. But they also introduce a character in like episode 4 at the end that then gets reintroduced at the end of like episode 8 or something. It sucks. A Silent Voice is so good. A Silent Voice is like, I could put these at like 98 still and just be like, A Silent Voice 100. I love A Silent Voice. I've watched it like 3 times. It's my favorite anime movie. It's one of these movies. I don't know. I'm not sure it would appeal to a lot of people. But I personally watched it in college, at a time where it really hit me hard. For those that don't know what it's about, I'll pull it up real quick. After transferring into a new school, a deaf girl, Shoko Nishimiya, is bullied by the popular Shoya Ishida. As Shoya continues to bully Shoko, the class turns its back on him. Shoko transfers and Shoya grows up as an outcast. Alone and depressed, the regretful Shoya finds Shoko to make amends. So it's a kind of redemption arc type of story, but it's also about being kind of socially outcast and letting people in. And it really hit hard when I was in college when I first watched it, and I cried really hard when I first viewed the entire thing. It's like 5 a.m., which is the perfect time to watch anime if you want to cry. Watch it at night. Carson used to be deaf. I did not used to be deaf. But I think if you're gonna watch A Silent Voice, I think you should watch it in Japanese. I think it's one of these movies. I'm sure the dub is fine, but because I suppose would it be the deuteragonist? The main girl, Shoko, she's deaf, and so she kind of talks how a deaf person would. And it makes Shoko's VA and dub is actually deaf. Oh, that's good. That's cool. I think the dub has the same voice. Really? I didn't even know that. I was gonna say I think people should watch in sub because that makes its own unique reason for sub. I'm not gonna get into dub versus sub, but like I think it's voice type. I mean not voice actor. Oh, do you normally watch sub or dub? It's really a toss up. I watch a lot of sub if it's currently airing, but then I'll pick a dub if there's like a full dub out for something, and I want to be able to like not pay perfect attention so that I can read. I don't think there's anything wrong with preferring dub over sub. People can kill me for that. I don't care. That's just my take. But yeah, Silent Voice is great. Mob Psycho 100, the second season is pretty much perfect. That Mob Psycho 100 is a gorgeous show. I took forever to actually sit down and watch it. Something about the first episode, first season, just did not hook me. The first couple times I tried to watch it. Sometimes I've got to just push through and just keep watching with shows that I know are going to be good. Like Mob Psycho and Steins Gate. It took me multiple tries to get started to watch it for some reason, even though they're so good, right? I think there's just something to do with the way they present themselves when they're like an actually good show that's harder for me to actually sit down and watch them. But Mob Psycho 100 is just so good through and through. I watched it this year. I could tell you when. I think. I can't tell you when, apparently. I guess I made my Annie list after. So it would have been way earlier this year. It would have been like March. You saw MHA 2 Heroes? Yeah. I watched it this year as well. Dustfire, thank you. Oh, I don't have my donos up. Apologies. 1,000 apologies. Okay, they're up now. But yeah, if you want just really good stuff, Mob Psycho 100 and Steins Gate are really solid. You gonna be looking at chat's lists? I don't think so. Reagan is best boy. Dude, Mob Psycho 100 is also funny. It's also a funny show. The characters are enjoyable. You ever seen the Animatrix? No, I haven't. Have you seen Rascal? Hey, if you got questions on what I've seen, it's literally all going to be here. I'm going to go through all of this list. Toradora. Toradora, I watched last year, middle of the year. Wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. Ended up really liking it. It's probably not a, I don't think it's a 100. I have it as a 100 here because I just really enjoyed it. I love Toradora. Again, I'm a cringe romance comedy fan. And the characters in Toradora for a romance comedy show, they just grow a lot over the course of the show and make it feel worthwhile when things happen, which I think a lot of romance shows fall flat in that aspect and make it not as enjoyable, or they have a gimmick. Toradora, there's no gimmick. It's just a show through and through. It is a romance show. No gimmick. Just character growth, and it's dope. I enjoy that. Attack on Titan final season, I have rated higher than my other Attack on Titan list, which is interesting because I don't think I would actually rate season 4 that anymore. But I rate these pretty much right after I watch them, and then I'm like, I don't know if I would do that like 5 months later. Attack on Titan though is a phenomenal show. Attack on Titan I rewatched with my friend Joey. a few months back, and boy, oh boy, does it all hold up. That shit slaps, dude. I know everyone says to watch Attack on Titan, but if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, what are you doing, man? Attack on Titan is enjoyable for anyone. I feel like it's just good. It's just a good show, which not like a good anime, a good show. Is it on Netflix? No. Well, actually, some of it is. You can find some of it on Netflix. Too scary for me? It's not scary. I don't think. Of all animes you've seen, which one would you say is the best OST? Is this Bad Apple? Holy shit. It is. Attack on Titan has an amazing OST. I think I have no idea. Every show has their own unique. They have their own unique sound. In addition to the OST, that I don't really think I could rate just OST. Because something like ReZero sounds so completely different from something like Odd Taxi, you know? Just looking right here. Attack on Titan is a fantastic show all the way through. Some people don't like season 2. But if you're looking for something that you can just watch and you're not an anime fan, if there's anyone here that's like, I just want to watch Carson talk about stuff, dude, you can watch Attack on Titan and know nothing about anime. It's fantastic. It's just a fantastic show. I'm that guy. Yeah. If you want something to watch, Attack on Titan it should be on Netflix. I don't think all of it's on Netflix, but you can get started on Netflix. But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything. But it's one of these shows that starts off pretty. I don't even want to say it's generic. I think it's just. I think Attack on Titan has one of the more complete story arcs across anime. As well as one of the more interesting ones because it doesn't just follow the norm. I like that the first episode pretty much gets to the point. Yeah. I've not read the manga. No spoilers, chat. It seems shallow at first in season 1. Yeah, but that's kind of the point. They want you to think. That's the thing. They want you to think it's a shallow story. They want you to think that Eren is just a normal ass anime protagonist that's just going to be able to overcome his issues. And then it keeps going. And and then the world gets. They introduce the mystery of the world in the start of the show, and it just keeps being things keep coming up, and the mystery keeps unraveling. It's just good. It's just good. It's just good. I'm gonna say that about a lot of things. It's just good. You gotta watch it. I'm trying not to spoil things. Except for the detective is already dead. That shit sucks. Odd Taxi. Also can't spoil anything about Odd Taxi, but Odd Taxi is kind of like a mystery show with some twists and turns. I watched that recently, and I think it is one of the more unique shows that I've watched, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeously animated. It has such a different look than any other anime. And you kind of there's a missing girl. And this taxi driver is just somehow connected to all these people. It's cool. It's cool. ReZero. Shout out ReZero. I love ReZero. I think ReZero is one of my favorite shows. I wish there was more seasons. I'm very excited about future seasons of ReZero. Right now, it's well, not right now because it's not airing, but it's kind of getting into this zone where it's like, ooh, the actual storyline's kind of getting started. Because the first season is very much like a prologue. It's very much like no, ReZero's not over. ReZero's first season is like a first step into the world, and then season 2 just starts expanding on it super quick. And then you start getting backgrounds for all these characters, and then the main character is growing all throughout this, and I love Subaru's growth. If you're interested in ReZero and you've never watched it, ReZero is basically about a guy that it's another isekai where Subaru gets transported to another world. But he doesn't get shit. He has nothing. He's not one of these protagonists that's going to have any power. The only thing he has is he, when he dies, he gets sent back to a checkpoint, almost like a video game. And obviously that's a really unique thing. And a lot of the first season is playing around with that. But it's also playing around with Subaru. And as time goes on, he basically just learns how to socialize with people. He learns how... Spoilers? What did I spoil? What did I spoil? Shut the fuck up. Anything similar to Toradora? Yeah, there's some stuff lower on the list. Subaru literally has the worst time ever in the anime. Yeah, it is that. It is pretty much that. But I mean, a lot of the show is him figuring out how to win people over because he can't do anything on his own. And that makes it so much more interesting. It is Groundhog Day, the isekai, but it's also suffering. And that's cool. It's a cool show. 86 I just watched recently. And I really enjoyed 86. I'm not sure I'd give it a 90. But the first season really drew me in. And I just want more. There's really not much to say about 86 because I haven't seen much yet. They got, 11 episodes? They got 11 episodes right now. and of that 11 episodes, some of it's really good. They've got who's the person that does the Attack on Titan? Hiroyuki Sawano. They've got him. I think it's a him. I don't know why I said her. I think I was thinking her because of some of the Attack on Titan songs. But yeah, they've got him working on this stuff, and it's so good. The songs are so good. I would play it, but I don't want to get the big hit on the YouTube upload or DMCA on here. But it's kind of like a gritty Netherworld type of deal that deals with some racism in some interesting ways. But it's a mech show, and I don't watch mech shows that often. I've got like three mech shows. I don't have 3 mechs personally, but it's got some really good action. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it because I haven't seen much. I talked about Attack on Titan. Death Note. Death Note is a really good show, like a fantastic, really unique show for 2/3, and then the final third is just fine, if not below average. For those that have seen Death Note, it is a very old show, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone. You could almost just stop watching the show after the first 2/3. And I think this is a widely supported no, the last third is just bad. I think this is not. I think this is a very cold take to say this about Death Note. I think I'm not reaching when I say the first 2/3 is really good, and then that last third, you really just lose some intensity. And yeah, you could just stop watching after the first 2/3, and you'll know if you want to sit down and watch Death Note, you could sit down and watch it, and you'll know when you're like, oh shit, that's different. That's a different thing now. This is different from the rest of the show, and it's not as good. This is not as good. And then the last episode comes, and you're like, okay, so the story is ended. Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. Fate is its own unique thing. I will say that. Fate is very unique. You gotta give Fate that. For those that don't understand Fate, or don't know anything about Fate timeline? It's miserable. You need to know all this to understand the full story of Fate, which sucks. But we're going to focus on just the four most important ones. There's Fate Zero right here. Okay. Fate Zero is like a prologue to Fate Stay Night over here, which there's 3 routes for. It's all based off of some visual novels, okay? And then you got the Fate Stay Night normal route, you got Unlimited Blade Works, and you got Heaven's Feel. And they're all focused on a different girl. And the story changes with different choices the main character chooses, because it was originally a visual novel. But the best one, I haven't seen Heaven's Feel. The Fate route is really kind of boring. You don't need to watch it if you don't want to. But Unlimited Blade Works is really good. Unlimited Blade Works made me nut sometimes, because if you don't know, it was animated by Ufotable or Ufotable. I don't know how to say their name, but they're like the nuttiest. They're like the nuttiest animation studio. And Unlimited Blade Works has some of my favorite animation anime. And out of the routes, it's probably the most interesting to me, anyways. And the main girl's the best one, anyways. So they also did Demon Slayer. That's true. And I haven't watched all of Demon Slayer. I've watched 2 episodes of Demon Slayer. That's another one that I just can't get into, but I'm gonna have to. Haikyuu. Dude, okay. I love Haikyuu. Haikyuu is banger. Volleyball is funny, the anime. No, volleyball is sick. Volleyball is sick as hell. This show is so cool because it makes me care about volleyball. And I don't care about volleyball. It is the only sports anime I've watched. Dude, Haikyuu goes hard. Here's why. Imagine a sports anime where they make everything feel like an action scene in an action anime. That is Haikyuu. They've got these OSTs that go boo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo. And then they go whew, and then he hits the ball, boom, and then everyone goes, what? And then they occasionally have some people on the side going, so that's how they hit the ball. And then they're like, what? They can hit the ball like that? I've never seen it at volleyball before. And then someone else goes, I knew they could do it. And then the villains are like, not the villains, but you know, like another enemy team is like, I knew they could do that. I expected that from them. And then it's just it's the only sports anime I've watched. It's not Naruto. Put this clip in your acting reel. Sounds yucky. No, it's sick. No. You guys have got to watch Haikyuu. It's so good, and the characters grow. They make the entire team. They make the entire team feel like important to the story. Which I think is really hard, and you don't get with a lot of action anime. You have characters that fall flat. In Haikyuu, they all feel important to the team in some way or shape or form. And they make each character have their own arc throughout everything. Apparently, it actually is really realistic. And yeah, no, it's actual volleyball. It's actually volleyball. They have actual volleyball plays and stuff. It's one of the most dramatic interpretations of volleyball. Yes. And that's why it's awesome. Dude, I've never seen something take volleyball so seriously. It's not CGI. Anyways, watch Haikyuu. I haven't even seen the 4th season yet, but the first 3 seasons I love. I love the side tonal shift you just had talking about a volleyball anime. Dude, listen. It's awesome. I love it. What animes have you already reviewed? I'm not very far down on the list. Welcome. 3 seasons of volleyball. Yes, because one game takes like 6 episodes, and you're like, I gotta watch the next episode to see what happens in this game, because like they do lose sometimes. Crazy. They don't lose all the time. You know, they gotta win some, but they do lose. It's legit addicting. It is, because you're like, no way. Holy shit, they lose. But like, you're excited to see what happens. It feels like you're actually watching an actual volleyball match, but cool. And then I feel like I watched Haikyuu like a long time ago. And then I went to a college volleyball game, and I was like, so this is what I've been training for. I didn't play. I was just watching, but you know, this is just like the anime I've been watching. So this is the ace they've been talking about. And I think I know a thing or two about what's gonna happen now. What's your volleyball position? Fucking anchor. I don't know how to play volleyball. I know how to watch volleyball really well, though. Via animation. But no other way. Love is War. This is gonna be too hype of a song for this. You need to hear the bathroom cover of this? I do. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Ironically, this song that's now playing is called Dating Start, which is not what happens in Kaguya. Love is War is a fun one because it's about 2 people that really like each other and don't want to say it to each other and want to make the other person say it first. and it's all about the mind games that happen between them, and it's they just make it more and more extreme. Someone just said it's boring. I think it's fun. If you're into romance anime and also kind of weird, kind of funny shows, it's enjoyable for me. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but I enjoy it. I think it's funny. My Hero. I've been watching My Hero for pretty much most of the runtime. I started watching it during season 2. And I've just kept up with it since. I think I'm the perfect audience for My Hero. I really enjoy it. Some people think it's really bad. Yeah, there's some people that are going Resident Sleeper in chat. I really like it. Even if some of it's definitely lacking in quality right now, compared to some previous seasons, I've kept up with it. I have heard of Fire Force. Thank you, Matt. Deku becomes hella boring. Yeah, I think it's pretty overrated. But personally, kind of one of my favorite shows. I find the world very, very interesting, and I actually enjoy Deku. I think Deku's cool. I don't think Deku's cool when he cries, but otherwise it's fun. We got a dono. Thank you for 25, not vape. Watch Tokyo Revengers. I've heard I should. And I think it's on my plan to watch. MHA season 6 will be the best season there is. Yeah, I think next season's gonna be crazy. I think season 7's gonna be crazy. Based off of what I've seen from the manga. So basically 90% of the time. I think he cries way less in the last few seasons. Hi, Breaks Finger. My name is Fractured Leg. It's Deku. Fucking kills himself. That's awesome. That's funny. And then another superhero anime right after My Hero is One Punch Man, which I've only seen the first season of. And then I will ask people, not if they've seen One Punch Man, but if they've seen One Punch Man season 1, because I have not seen the second season, but One Punch Man season 1 is pretty hype. And it's animated, I think, by a different studio in season 1 than season 2. But the first season is really fun, and it's funny too. It's, if you don't know what One Punch Man is about, it's one guy that can defeat any villain in one punch. Hijinks ensue. It's fun. It's a good one. ReZero. Shelter is a song on YouTube that I have on my anime list. Mushoku Tensei, there's only 11 episodes out of, but the second season is going to air pretty soon here. I think in October. I don't know what to expect from it. The first season, first arc, I guess, was pretty enjoyable. I think it's really pretty. I think Mushoku Tensei has a really good animation. I think it's because the animation studio is actually, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty certain it's because the animation studio was made specifically for making Mushoku Tensei. So they're basically doing it as a passion project, and they're putting their all into it, which makes something really good. I am right? Yeah. It was too horny. It is a little horny, and I think there's some drawbacks to the main character. I think he's got some problemos, but I think that also makes it more interesting because you don't want a character that doesn't have flaws, you know, for your main character. Put me off by its horniness. That is completely understandable. I watched Mushoku Tensei after getting my second COVID shot, and I was sick. I was like, damn, this shit kind of cool though. And I was just so out of it. Sickness bias. What next? Vivi. Vivi is awesome. Vivi was last season, I think. Anti-vax moment? No. No, get vaccinated. Vivi is really cool. It was last season. It was animated by Studio Wit, and then it was written by the author of ReZero, if I'm not mistaken. And it is it's got some really good animation, and the story is interesting. I don't want to say too much about it, but it takes place in the future. It's got some time travel stuff. It's cool. Spirited Away, I also watched recently. Never seen a Ghibli movie, actually, up until Spirited Away. And it's weird. It's a weird ass film. But I think it's one of these films that's like anyone could watch and probably enjoy. It feels very having this be my first Ghibli film. It feels weirdly Disney-like in a way. I don't know how to explain it besides that. It's obviously not Disney-like. Like her parents turn into pigs at the beginning of the movie, but it just feels Disney-like in some ways, which I think is really interesting. Whimsical? Yeah, it feels whimsical. It's the Disney of anime. I would say so. Or is Disney Ghibli like? No, I wouldn't. No. I'm American. But yeah, it is beautiful visually. But that's the only Ghibli film I've watched so far, but I'm planning to watch more. Yeah. Assassination Classroom. Assassination Classroom is really good. It's really fun. I think it's one of the more unique animes, and it's one of these that's gonna take you some time to get into, because one of the main characters is a fucking yellow octopus that's the teacher of the show, and then you have to suspend your disbelief to get into it, because it's a show about a yellow octopus teaching a class of like middle schoolers to kill him. And then throughout the show they grow via this concept. It's a very unique show, but it's fun. I think they do a good job of growing the characters without it feeling like a jump in logic, despite the crazy concept. But I've talked with like Matt before about Assassination Classroom, and we've both been like, "Yeah, Assassination Classroom." It's one of those. It's a feel good. Bottom tier character Tomozaki I watched recently, and I gave it an 80. I'm not sure if I'd stick with that, but that one's interesting because it's a guy that's really good at Smash Brothers, but really bad at life, that meets a girl that's really good at Smash Brothers, but technically really good at life, and then he learns how to socialize and do things, and present himself from this girl, and then that girl's like worse than him at Smash Brothers, but then they strike up a friendship, but then you start realizing, well, maybe her way of doing things isn't exactly perfect either. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I think it's interesting because it's got Smash Brothers in it. They use Smash Brothers as a storytelling object. The true final smash is the friends you made along the way. Sounds like a hentai plot. I feel like most shows probably sound like hentai plots. Because hentai can just be anything. Is it good if you like Smash but wouldn't recommend if you're not into Smash? No, it's not that. It's not that Smash heavy. You can not know about Smash and be like, okay, I can watch this. Erased. Erased is a very controversial show, but I really like it. Erased was like the second show anime show I watched after Sword Art Online. And I think it's because I looked up songs of Sword Art Online and then found like one of those channels that sings songs like OPs and stuff. And then I listened to another one. And I'm like, this kind of good. And then, ooh, wait, that's cool. And then I started watching the show and I was like, what? He goes back in time. Helps girl. Kind of fun. That's the story. But yeah, there's like a mystery of like how this girl ended up killed or something. I forget actually exactly what it was about. Here, what's the synopsis say? Satoru Fujinuma is a 29-year-old manga artist struggling to make a name for himself following his debut. But that was not the only thing in his life that Satoru was feeling frustrated about. He has a unique supernatural ability of being forced to prevent deaths and catastrophes by being sent back in time before the incident occurred, repeating time until the accident is prevented. One day, he gets involved in an accident that has him framed as a murderer. Desperate to save the victim, he sends himself back in time only to find himself as a grade schooler 1 month before fellow classmate Kaio Hinazuki went missing. Satoru now embarks on a new quest to save Kaio and solve the mystery behind her disappearance. It's fun. Yo, that's literally me. I do that. Dude, I relate to that. Kind of like Tokyo Revengers. Oh, really? Interesting. I gotta watch Tokyo Revengers. Yeah, it's worth watching. And I love the opening and ending. Star Wars: The Clone Wars announcer. Does I sound like that? Do you think I could be a voice actor? Your hat, I enjoy it. Yeah, it's so much better than looking at my bald head, isn't it? Actually, the main reason I put on the hat today is because I showered last night and my hair looks a little greasier than normal. Why are you balding? Dude, why is it that people ask, why are you balding? I don't know. It just happens to men. It's called male pattern baldness. It's probably gonna happen to you if you're a guy. It's probably more rare that you don't bald. You get some keeps on that shit. You have never used keeps. I guarantee you the people talking about keeps have never used it. They've just seen it on YouTube. And they're like, yeah, I know how to fix balding. And they've never experienced it because they're like 15. 70% of guys go bald. I'm going to believe this fact without fact checking it. It's thinning, not balding, SMH. It is just thinning. I'm not completely bald yet. In any spots. Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Golden Time. Golden Time. We're gonna it gets lower and lower. And it's gonna start getting worse. But Golden Time I enjoyed. Golden Time, kind of fun romance, kind of weird gimmick. That I think if you haven't seen it and you start watching it after I talk about it, you're gonna be like, yeah, kind of weird gimmick. But I think the show is fine besides that. The main guy has memory loss, which makes the show weird. And I probably would rate it more like a 76 or something. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is a movie, and it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad movie. It's a sad movie. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is a fun one. Based off of the cover art and the name, you would probably assume that this show is is not what it actually is. Shut up, Fall Guys. Shut up, Angry Birds. It's actually a really good character drama. The main show has to do with the main character helping with different girls with like a teenage syndrome, but not, it's like not puberty, but it's like called puberty syndrome or something. Mysterious phenomenon where things happen that are supernatural to kids that are freaking high schoolers. And it's called puberty syndrome because it happens during puberty, because of course it does, because puberty sucks, and now quantum physics are involved in puberty, because of course they are. But then the main character, this guy Sakura, just goes and helps different girls with their puberty syndrome. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. It's good. It's a good show, I swear. I swear. I swear it's good. But then the movie's cool. Spice and Wolf. Economy Simulator. How do money work? Girl is wolf? Girl is sexy wolf? Girl is sexy wolf. Man makes money. Man trades for money. Drama between man and wolf? Wolf girl kind of quirky though. Wolf girl storyline deeper than first imagined. Main character fall in love with wolf girl while selling trades to people. Carson becomes furry? No, she's very human. Look, she looks very human. And she's got these red eyes. And she's like a god. I don't know. I don't get caught up in the details. Spice and Wolf kind of fun. Talis Nana. This show's kind of goofy. Look at her. She seems innocent. I'm sure she won't kill any people. She will. She'll kill people. That's what she does. Basically, Talentless Nana is about a girl that has no abilities, convincing people that she has abilities, and on a island of people that basically have My Hero Academia quirks, and she's taking them out. She's like, later, alligator. I don't think that spoils anything. It's Among Us the anime. Okay. Intruder Fox. I'm finding out everything about you. Who are you? Did you get summoned because I talked about... Are you a furry fox? Did you get summoned? By me talking about Spice and Wolf? Help? Listen, dude, you show up in my chat. Listen, this is a rule. This is a rule, chat. If you see someone in my chat that has that is partnered, I'm bringing up their account on stream. This is a new thing because I think it's funny to put you on the spot. You come into my chat with a verification tick, you are going to be brought up. What do you do? I have to learn everything about you now.
I think I will time you up. Dogs or cats?
Is that you?
I have 5 chihuahuas. What do you think I'm gonna say? Cats.
You have 5
because
chihuahuas? Is that one of
they're all
them?
Chihuahuas.
Isn't that a goat?
They go
Wait.
yap 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 yap, and then I'm like, stop the yap. I beg.
Are
There we
you a
go.
llama?
Vibes are. I'm gonna do is go this way.
Holy shit, you're a llama. That's kind of fun.
There we go. Vibes are back. There's a factory made. You can get easily. Dinner. During
Whoa,
my
dude, you're a
practice.
llama. Okay, I know everything I need to know about you now. Oh, sorry, that's fate. Who's all toxic, dude? I can't read this. I don't know what these words say. I can't read these. I can't learn about you.
Corre, 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 corre. No parece ver nada, estoy muy triste, pero al menos ya tenemos piedra, así que nos vamos a regresar. Pa.
No español. No español. No español. I know what I need to know about you now. Spanish. I can understand. Why isn't he speaking American? LOL. Where was I? Talentless Nana. Slimy Sky, we talked about. Pet Girl, Sakura's Sugigakure. This is a fun show. It's cute. It's kind of like it's a high school show, but it's in a college. And then they do little fun things, but it's a romance. Gosh, we have so much anime to get through. Okay. Sugigakure is also a romance anime. I don't care. I don't care. Right? That's fun. That'll do fun. Sugi is the most vanilla thing I've ever seen. It's kind of great. It's kind of vanilla. But that's what makes it good. It's a very normal show. But it's very down to earth. It's very real. I think it's a good representation of like first love type stuff. It's fun. It's worth watching. Wotakoi is a comedy show. It's hardly romance, but it's cool because it's working class people. I think it's fun when the anime people are my age and not high schoolers. And I don't know. It's there's really not much to say about it. But they're both weebs basically. That's their gimmick, is that they're both weebs, but they act normal in public. They're weebs and they go to weeb stores. That's me.
I don't want. Oh, I just want to.
Redditing. And they live in weeb world with weeb cheese and weeb food. My Hero Academia Heroes Rising is fun as a movie. Angel Beats is dope. I haven't seen Angel Beats since like 2016. But it is really a pretty show. It's kind of sad. The main theme goes with a piano, and then it goes ba-doo boop boop boo, ba-doo doo doo boo, ba-doo doo boop boo, and then they start singing. Do you like that? Carson covers Minecraft soundtrack. My entire personality is Angel Beat Smile. Angel Beats is fun though. Basically, it's about people that died young, high schoolers. And then they spawn in the afterlife, and they're like, "We gotta kill this bitch. She runs everything around here, and we're gonna get out of here." And then they're like, "You're dead." And then the main character's like, "I'm dead." And then they're like, "What do we do? We're in the afterlife." And then they have to accept that they died. It sounds better than it is. I mean, it's better than it sounds, is what I meant to say. Actual spoilers. Bloomin', to you. Do you like it when two girls are into each other? It's cute. It's a cute show. Charlotte has a 70 on my list. It should probably not have a 70. The show just kind of falls flat in some places. Nico does not agree with me. Hi, Nico. But I think there are some parts that it could just be a little better. But it's it's one of these shows with some superpowers here and there. I enjoyed it too, Nico. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy shows. You know I enjoy shows. You know how I like shows and stuff. And he was kind of lackluster. I think it needed more show. I think it needed more time. But yeah. High schoolers get superpowers during puberty, and then main character can steal said powers with his power. Hijinks ensue. It's fun. I think things are fun. Classroom of the Elite is actually one of my shows that I really enjoyed, that it's not completed. I probably shouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I did. And I want more. It needs a second season. But it's unique. Main character is interesting. But this show is interesting because it's kind of like a school where your grades and your class gives you social status. It's basically Clout the anime. And then it becomes like outsmarting the other classes in various ways. It's cool. Horimiya is something that aired recently, another rom-com, but they have a really cute relationship. And they, I don't think this is a spoiler based off the cover art. They get together like 2 episodes in. And then the rest, they're together. It's crazy. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. You don't get to see the main spoiler weird champ. I wish I had a cute relationship. That's fair, Tyson. Hey, don't we all? Hey, don't we all? Hey, Tyson, you're saying what we're all thinking. But it's very slice of life. It's fun. I feel like I'm saying that after a lot of these, but it's fun, you know? Haikyuu is a mystery solving show, I think, right? It's kind of a mystery solving show or like a problem solving show. And I watched it for romance and there was barely any. But it's really pretty. It's a really pretty show. It's made by, I think it's animated by Kyoto Animation. Yeah. They did a really good job with the animation on it. So it's worth watching just for the animation. My teen romantic comedy Snafu is it's a rom-com that takes itself really seriously in some spots. Like the main character hyper analyzes his relationship with people to a extreme amount. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons, and I enjoyed the last season as well, but I think the last season is kind of like a different thing than the first 2. So you've watched all these? Yeah. But it's interesting. There's a lot of scenes where I'm watching my team rom-com, and I'm just like, they're saying so much without saying anything at all in this scene. They are saying so many words that mean nothing. Team Yui or Yukino though? I don't know. Probably Yukino because Yui kind of sucks. I don't have a secret Annie Twitter account. Plastic Memories made me cry like a little bitch. That's all I need to say about Plastic Memories, really. It made me cry like a little bitch. I cried. Real Life is guy takes pill, goes back to high school, and it's pretty well done. It's probably better than Remake Our Life Up Here, which is kind of a similar thing. But I think, what a shitty pill. No, it gives him the chance to redo his life, aka the name of the show. But then he can do it in a more productive. He can become a more productive member of society. Also, I see people talking about JoJo. Why is everyone so annoying that watches JoJo? That's my question. He said JoJo. Y'all are annoying. I'm gonna watch JoJo at some point, but why are you so annoying? Shadow's House aired recently. Shadow's House is interesting. I didn't really know how to rate it. I just gave it a 70. Just because I was like, I don't know. I think I gotta read the manga or something. Because the first season just feels like an incomplete story. It does not feel like a complete storyline. It felt like I was just getting into the world and then it stopped. But the atmosphere of Shadow's House and yes, the ED is very interesting. I want to say like a Victorian dark it's like a dark Victorian type beat. But it's cool. It's cool. Oh my gosh, there's so much. Spice and Wolf 2 is the Fox girl, and you just kind of like, wow, she's kind of cute though. And then the main character's he's selling stuff, and then SAO Gun Gale Online is fun. It's just kind of like a side story to Sword Art Online with better writing probably. Really not much to say about it. It's Sword Art Online Battle Royale. What am I saying? It's literally a Battle Royale. If you want Fortnite, PUBG, the anime, this is your show. Devil is a part-timer. What if Satan was like a vibe and then came to Earth and got a job? And that is the show. All I remember from Devil as a part-timer is that the girl had huge honkers. Well, you clearly have your priorities in check. I remember it being kind of goofy. I don't think of the honkers first, actually. I guess that's just not me. The King's Avatar is actually a Chinese show, and it's fun because it's a gamer show, where a pro gamer gets kicked off his team, and then he gets a new avatar in the game, and then just kicks everyone's ass. And I haven't seen the second season, but I want to. I'm going to eventually, but it's kind of fun. Like the rest of them. Tonikawa is cute. They get married at the start of the show, and then they live together, and they're like 16. Why are they getting married at 16 is what I asked during this show. And then it's like, oh, but they're so cute together. They're so cute together. What a fun little show. And they get married. 16 and 18, I believe. Weathering with You. Weathering with You is gorgeous. Weathering with You is a gorgeous film. It's got lots of rain in it, and I love rain. 70, are you serious? It fell flat story-wise. It was the story could have been better. I think Your Name is actually better. Take my scores with a grain of salt, please. They're not super accurate some of the time to like what I actually feel about the show or movie. I haven't seen Your Name in years. Man, I want to rewatch it, but it's also a gorgeous movie. Haikyuu, I don't really have too much to say about. I watched it recently. It was kind of fun. It was kind of just a cute show. Nagatoro, I didn't love it. It was weird because it's basically... I enjoyed the character development more than anything. That's what I wanted to see from the show. But there's just so much. There's so many scenes that are like, this is borderline hentai. But like not, you know? Darling in the Franxx is a huge show. But I don't feel like I see anything about it besides 02 cosplays. But it's a big mech show by Studio Trigger. And it's confusing. It's a confusing show. There's a lot. There's a lot there. The author of Nagatoro used to make hentai. That just makes sense. You know, that just makes sense. Everything adds up. Darling in the Franxx is confusing. You can watch Darling in the Franxx and probably enjoy it, but it's confusing. Death Parade, I gave a 60, but Death Parade probably, I feel like that's probably a, that's probably one that everyone's like, that's like a 90, right? That should go way higher. The thing is, I was just kind of bored. I can recognize that's probably better than I gave it. But I just kind of wanted to get through it. I don't know. I'm weird. Digimon, digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Digimon, digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Change into digital monsters to save the digital world. Digimon, digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. I watched the movies like end of last year for Digimon Adventure Try. And they were fun. They were Digimon. But they had better animation than Digimon. I feel like the ending felt kind of flat. Pokemon Origins is just like a YouTube show, pretty much. It's kind of pretty though. Sword Art, Future Diary, I love. I really enjoy Future Diary. This is the thing, is there's gonna be shows here that I like really enjoy that are really low rated. Future Diary kind of sucks, but it's really fun. I gotta stop saying that. It's enjoyable, partly because it's so ridiculous. There's a lot of parts where you're like, this is weird. But it's also kind of battle royale the anime. It's like 16 people with cell phones that each have different abilities that tell you things about the other people with cell phones. And then the main girl is crazy. She's insane. She's actually insane. And that's kind of the appeal of the show. Is Future Diary the one with the pink hair yandere? Yes. Yeah, no, she's probably like the most yandere. She's like the Rickest Rick of anime, you know? The most yandere. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Yes. The Rickest Rick. Ah, yes. I understand this. As a fellow Rick and Morty viewer. If I had a wine glass, I would do that. Misfit Demon King Academy is that one aired last year. This one is cool because the main character is literally like the strongest character ever and no one knows it, and then he just does things and just destroys people. Yeah, it is a long title. Don't spoil. Yeah, I'm not. It's in your list. Yeah. I'm not spoiling, but I will say it's really fun. Fuck, I keep saying fun. I'm gonna throw my head through a window. That's a Bible verse. My anime list 316. What's a descriptive word to show praise for something? Snaps fingers, kills adversary, leaves. Yeah. Sugoi. Ah, yes. This show is so sugoi. This show, my fellow anime enjoyers would enjoy this show. Sugoi desu. Konnichiwa. Promised Neverland. Let's have a moment of silence for Promised Neverland. That's more than enough time. It doesn't deserve more. Promised Neverland was a pretty decent show first season, and then the second season I could not finish because it was so bad. It was so bad, and it apparently just got worse. I think here there was a funny thing I sent to someone, and I remember who I sent it to. The Promised Neverland Season 2. No one wants writing credit for episode 10. No one wanted credit for writing it. That's how bad it was. It's that bad. That's how bad season 2 was. Crazy. First season's fun. Shit. Rising of the Shield Hero, I want to see more of. First season is enjoyable. It's very Sugoi Desu. Would I recommend it? Probably. First episode is like way better than like any of the rest of the show, but it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable show. It's been a while. What is this? 2018? 2019. Oh wow. Beginning of 2019. Okay. But there's a season 2 and 3 scheduled for that. Wonder Egg Priority fell flat. I didn't even finish it, actually. I didn't even watch the last episode because the production for Wonder Egg Priority was apparently terrible. But it is so cute. It's not cute. It's not a cute show. Zombieland Saga is an idol show. It's the only idol show I've watched. In the first season, I enjoyed it, and I couldn't get through the second season. Akame Got Kill is interesting. It's been a while since I watched Akame Got Kill. It's something. I like Akame Got Kill because it kills main characters. I think that's ballsy. To kill off main characters, which it does. But it's literally the edgiest show. It's so edgy. I gave it a 50. Blood Blockade Battlefront is stylistically an interesting show. But I wasn't in love with the story all that much. Some of it's very episodic, rather than serial, and then they just kind of tack on a story that feels thrown in. But the ending is really cool, and the OP is cool, and the world is cool. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's kind of like a generic main character is secretly better than anyone expects from him, and they're in high school. But the main characters date pretty early on, so it's better. Protagonist syndrome. Yeah, but that's most anime. Fate Stay Night kind of sucky. But that's just kind of because it's old. But it's kind of boring. Gleipnir was also very edgy, and also it's Discord the anime. This dude turns into this guy. He has an unnatural sense of smell and can transform into an incredibly powerful beast. It's basically logging on Discord the anime. But it's got an ending song by Millie. And I like Millie songs, so. Which part of Discord, though? The cool part. Why am I down here now? Just because I literally don't remember. I literally don't remember anything about this show. I think I watched it all in one sitting. Kisniver, I also don't remember a lot of. You've been selected as a Kisniver in this Kitsune system, which allows Kitsuhira to share his wounds. Oh, they're like connected via pain receptors, so that they become closer as people. That was kind of weird. No Game No Life at 50. No Game No Life, I actually bumped down. I tried to rewatch No Game No Life, and I was so uncomfortable. I was like, oh, this is actually borderline hentai. I was like, why? And I wasn't comfortable. Rent a Girlfriend is trashy rom-com. It's fun if you like trashy rom-com, which I do. I'm a simple man. But the main character sucks. The main character is literally like Deku season 1 of My Hero, the entire show. And he's such a little bitch. And he I don't like him. The regular Magic High School is kind of cool. It was one of the first few I watched. Main character is kind of just like unbeatable type of thing. But he doesn't really have a character arc though. Like less than Kirito. No, I refuse. Not a 50 wrong. I'm sorry, Nico. Again, Nico, I enjoyed Irregular Magic High School. There's a lot of shows on here that I enjoyed a lot. That are I can take a step back. And be like, I don't know how good this is. He doesn't have a character arc because his family turned him into a living weapon. Dude's a husk. That's fair. That's fair. Nico, this is Carson's opinion. Yeah, Nico, this is my opinion, okay? This is not your opinion. This is my opinion. And if you're disrespecting my opinion right now, I need you to leave. I don't care, chat. Oh no. Please don't tell me that messed up my camera. Oh no. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Forcing camera. Can I roast your list? I don't care. Go roast it in the VOD when it gets released on YouTube. You have a Switch. Yeah. What about it, Llama Man? Dutch Angles Productions. White Album 2 is Love Triangle Show. Where everyone sucks. Everyone in the show sucks. I should rewatch that. That's some trash I need in my life. I don't have a Switch, sadly, lol. Why did you ask me, Intruder Fox, Llama Man? Gosh, I know everything about you. Yamada and the Seven Witches has a banger opening. Banger opening. Dude, where are we dropping right now? The opening for the show is better than the show. I don't have much to say about it. It was kind of goofy. It was a kind of goofy show. It was kind of goofy. But the opening be like finger wag. Osamake sucks. I hate this show, actually. I hated watching it. I actually had to force myself to finish it. I hated it. Black Bullet is weird and feels half-baked. That's why it's so low on here. It could have been better. It feels like it's missing so much. But the world was kind of interesting. Digimon Tamers. Digimon, digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Change into digital monsters to change the digital world. Wait, you've watched all these animes? Yes, Llama Man. Guilty Crown be like, Jammer opening. Jammer. And then the shows be like, what is going on in this show? Dude, this guy is lame. And then you're like, what the heck? That's a weird plot line. But I really enjoyed Guilty Crown, so. K is also like, what the hell is going on? Dude, K, okay, there's a bunch of people being like, K is a good show. Dude, please explain to me what happened in K, okay? Please tell me, because there's no good explanation. That show is just so all over the place. It's so all over the place, man. And also the animation style is wacky. There's so many colors. When I was watching K, I was like, what? That's me with my phone. I was like, what the hell is happening in this show? And then I just kept watching. King's Game is so edgy. I watched it in college. I don't remember anything that happened. I just remember it being the edgiest shit. Siren is it's like waifu bait, right? It's like, well, not waifu bait, but it's like there's, I think it's based off a visual novel, and then there's 3 different paths for different girls for the main character, and it's like, oh, okay. Our Last Crusader, The Rise of a New World, is like trying to be Kirito and Asuna and failing because it sucks. And also the world makes 0 sense in the show. The world is so poorly built up. What are you gonna do? The odds are stacked against you. Back against the wall. You gotta give it your this is the final stand. The power's in your hands. 2 worlds collide on the inside. But you gotta fight for what's right before it's gone. Gone. This is Bakugan. Tomb. Was the guy earlier asking if Carson would consider Bakugan an anime? It's literally an anime. it's just an anime. Batum was also Battle Royale, the anime, and it was kind of fun. OP went hard, but I remember the story being lackluster and then not finishing. Summer Wars, I got recommended to by a friend, and then I hated it. It was so boring. It's pretty animation, but the plot is mad boring. Astro Score was one of the first couple shows I watched, actually, and I can't defend it. I can't defend it. Summer Wars was actually kind of a good brain dead sleepless watch. Yeah, I could see that. Thought you said Astro, name of my llama. You named your llama Astro? That's literally the name of my cat. Your llama's not named Astro. I don't believe you. Citrus. Do you guys like it when 2 girls are together? Except this relationship is kind of manipulative, and it's not a very good representation of how a relationship should be portrayed. And you know, Bloom Into You is probably just a better representation of this kind of relationship. And I think in general, the storyline for this show is probably not as good as it could be. Anyways, Fireworks sucked. Fireworks had a really cool music video. Still 2 women together. Fireworks could have been really good, and I hated this movie. I was so bored. But the music video for it goes crazy. And then NTR, I think I watched as a joke back in like 2016. I don't remember anything about it, but I think it's literally about 2 girls cheating on their boyfriends with each other, which is hype. Crying for Rain was a music video. Domestic Girlfriend, I don't know if I actually finished, but then I got my pause shows. I'm paused on Demon Slayer, I'm paused on Dr. Stone, I'm paused on Fire Force, and those are 3 shows that I know are good. I just got to get to them. Dr. Stone, I got like 6 episodes in. Fire Force, I was like 14 episodes in. Demon Slayer, I'm actually 2 episodes in, and eventually I'm just gonna have to sit down and watch through those, because I know they're good. And then I've got a few here that I just set to pause like last night. I was like, oh, I'm not watching these right now. They're all too, there's just not enough there, I don't think, right now for me to watch them. I need to be in like brain dead mode. Dropped After the Rain. I wasn't super interested. And then Promised Neverland. Yeah. And then I'm planning to watch these. 86 Part 2, A Place Further in the Universe. I've heard rave reviews about this. A Whisker Away, which is a movie. There's cats in it, and I want to watch that. Aho Girl, I've heard is a fun little comedy. Anohana, I got like 5 episodes in. This is actually dropped. And then I never watched the rest, and I need to watch the rest. Baccano, I've heard great things about. Bento sounded funny when someone talked about it. I think someone said it's literally people fighting in a supermarket or something. He tries to take a bento box, he loses consciousness, he comes around to find all the bento sold out. He notices there was a war game going on at grocery stores and players called wolves compete for the half-price bento. Yeah, no, that's why I want to watch this, is because it sounds hilarious. Yeah, it was Nico. It sounds awesome. It sounds so funny. Black Fox I put on my list a while ago. I forget what it's about. Blue Spring Ride, more romance because I'm easy. Bungo Stray Dogs, I don't remember why this is on my list, but I've heard good things about it. Bunny Drop, I don't remember anything about. Clan Ad, I've also heard is amazing, and I've been saving it for a rainy day. Cowboy Bebop is culturally significant, and I need to watch it. Eden of the East, I'm definitely going to watch soon. Fire Force Season 2, Fully Cooley, I've heard great things about. Shinsekai Yori is also one I need to watch. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I watched like 20 episodes of, and then I stopped, and this was like years ago, so I'd have to rewatch those. But I've heard amazing things about that. Great Pretender was recommended to me by PewDiePie, I think, actually. And then I put it on my list. Gurren Lagann is also culturally significant. The next 2 Haikyuu parts I haven't watched yet. Devil's Part-Timer Part 2 is coming. I need to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Hello World's a movie I don't really know much about. More Love is War. More Rent a Girlfriend. What was this? Oh, I think Nico recommended this. Another romance. Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss I've actually been saving. I got like 3 episodes in. I was like, this is going to be really good. And I haven't watched it since. This was like years ago. I was like, I know Made in Abyss is going to be good. Oh, yeah. Demon King Academy. Someone recommended me this. I think they were in chat actually. And it looks like it would have a really good animation. Marsh Comes In Like a Lion, I need to watch. Nozaki-kun, Mushoku Tensei, My Hero, World Heroes. I don't know when that's going to be out, but I got to watch that. My Little Monster is another romance. I don't know what this is. I don't remember adding this to my list, but I did. I haven't seen Evangelion. I need to watch Evangelion. Apparently, also culturally significant. Nichijou is awesome. They've got this little jingle that goes that's like hard to describe that I love. But I've seen a bunch of clips of Nichijou. I just need to watch through all of it. Another romance. This one looked interesting to me because it was like a bunch of girls fighting with instruments or something. Attack on Titan final season. Shirobako sounded cool because it's about like making anime. Steins Gate Zero. Oh, I didn't talk about Steins Gate. Holy shit. Steins Gate goes hard. Steins Gate is fantastic, by the way. Steins Gate is one of my favorite shows. Just like pretty much a perfect show. IMO. If you haven't seen Steins Gate, it's like a time travel show, and it just works. Time is a flat circle, and it is good. It's good. It's great. I love it. It's like a perfect time travel show. Not like perfect, but you know what I mean. Like I got everything I wanted out of that show. But Steins Gate Zero is like a side story. It's like a what if type of deal. And then there's a movie. I'm waiting on the new SAO movie that's gonna be sick. Tamako Love Story is like a movie based off of characters from a show that I couldn't get into, but the animation looks gorgeous. I've heard great things about Haruhi Suzumiya, so I gotta watch that. I've heard great things about Psyche K. I've heard it's a good comedy. King's Avatar was what I was talking about earlier. Oh yeah, Nico, is Haruhi really good? King's Avatar is the Chinese anime show about the pro gamer, and I need to watch that. More Haruhi. Quintessential Quintuplets, I've heard good things about. Probably enjoy it. Sorry, Dirty Children, more rom-com. Vinland Saga is one I really want to watch. Matt said it's super good, and I've heard raving reviews about it. Violet Evergarden is gorgeous. I watched like 2 episodes of it and then stopped though. Oh, the OP for Journey of Elena was just stuck in my head for like a week, and I was going and I just had it on repeat for hours. And I haven't watched it. I need to watch it. And then Your Lie in April, I'm saving to cry. And I don't know what this one's about. But that is my anime list. That is everything on my anime list right now. Look at your stats. Yeah, we can look at my stats now. So we got 142 total anime. I've spent 31 days watching anime. 1,800 episodes watched. Mean score of 66 because I'm a tough critic. I'm a tough critic. And it seems I've watched I've watched 88 shows that are 7 to 16 episodes, and not many shows past that. And 1% China. And it seems I've watched way more in 2021. I don't know if this is actually true. It's probably true, because I started watching more shows each season. But this could also just be... Oh, I see. I see, never mind. Yeah, no, this is accurate because it's release year. So I've been watching more shows up to date with them this year. I wonder why, Lil W. Okay. You read any manga? Not yet. Been getting recommended to read manga. But I haven't done it yet. Yeah. Add One Piece to your plan to watch. Also, One Piece fans are so annoying. Holy shit. You gotta watch One Piece, dog. If you say it's too long, fuck you. It's too long. I've not watched a new What If series on Disney Plus yet. Did you hear of Solo Leveling? I have heard of Solo Leveling. Y'all acting like that's not a valid complaint. I'm not... Listen. I have 1,800 episodes of anime watched. And there is... literally like 900 more of One Piece. There's to watch One Piece, I would have to watch half of my entire anime watched library. That is the scale we're talking about. Literally 70 shows. Yeah, I've heard about Star Wars Visions. Yeah. I could get that done in a weekend. I'm just good. I literally don't think that's possible. I literally don't even think that's possible. It's not possible. It's literally not possible. It would take you at least 12.5 days to get through. It takes exactly 14.8 days to watch all of One Piece consecutively viewing. That's insane. That's insane. 2x speed. Okay, yeah, no, they cracked the code. Then it's 2x speed. It's still a week. It's still a whole week of watching. You're insane. You're crazy, dude. It's closer to 1,000 than 900 now. Ugh. That's an insane time commitment for a piece of media. I know. It's different if you've kept up with it the entire time, like Matt. Like Matt has kept up with One Piece for like years. He's up to date. He watches every week, and it's his favorite show, right? Which is fine. Like that's chill. But I have not watched a single episode. What's the plot of One Piece? They're pirates and they gotta find the One Piece. Only 10% is filler. Only 10% of this show is unimportant. We got a dono. I think we got multiple donos actually. Possibly. Baron, thank you for the fiber. My favorite is Tokyo Ghoul. Second season sucks though. I would recommend. I've heard Tokyo Ghoul's good. But then not good afterwards. His Will 98, thanks for the fiber. Long-time viewer, glad to see you're doing the content you're passionate for. Hey, thanks, man. And then guy from Denmark, 1/2 with the tenor. Hey, Carson, very glad to see you back. Miss you lots. Much love from Denmark. Thanks, man. How are you doing? I am okay. I am a little tired right now. But besides that, I'm fine. I stayed up too late last night. Obviously, since I went to bed at like 9:30 a.m. and then overslept and wasn't at stream on time. Hey, that's understandable, Zach. I have heard of Code Geass. I thought it would be on my plan to watch, but I guess not. Gardic phone, let's go. Dude, offline chat Gardic phone has been so fun. That's been fun for me. And I've been recording it, and there's been some clips that I'm like, this could probably go in a video. Like not all of it. There's some shit stuff in the Gardic phone games that just wouldn't cut it for me. But there's been some stuff that I'm like, that's funny. That's really funny. You really want to see those clips? Yeah. You'll see them. Chad, if you think Carson's list was bad, be glad you don't see mine. Yeah. Well. Hey, I mean... People are commenting on my fucking profile. Okay. Yeah. So that's about it for Anime Friday this week. I don't know. I'm just upset. You know why? I'm upset because...
What the frick? Now I've heard of hot mustard, but seriously?
Seriously? Lava? On a hot dog?
What
are you doing?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Honestly?
Honestly? Man, what in the hell are you doing to that hot dog?